So in this letter, Seneca is again talking to his friend Lucilius, and he's talking about the effect like the effect by the crowd upon one person. Um, so what does he mean? He means that if you are a person and you are going to um, like in a gladiator game, and and sitting there and watching the game goes on, and suddenly you hear one of the crowd, or perhaps it could be also the much of the crowd who's saying, as Seneca says here, kill him, whip him, burn him. Why is he so timid about running onto the sword? Why does he not succumb more bravely? Why is he not more willing to die? Let him be driven with lashes into the fray. Let them receive each other's blows with their chest naked and exposed. Um, a break in the action. Cut some throats in the meantime, just so there will be something going on. Come now, don't you understand this even, that bad examples redound upon those who set them? Thank the gods that the person you are teaching to be cruel is not capable of learning. Um, he means that so those are things that the crowd like that comes from the crowd, you can say. And whilst you're sitting there, he also says, um, let's see here, uh, he says that false slips in easier um, when, like, if you are among them. And yeah, and the, and then he let somebody asks, what if the gladiators, um, if what if they committed robbery, if they kill somebody, um, nowadays we call them crimes. um, and then he let him say he's a murderer and therefore deserves to have this done to him. But what about you? Seneca goes on challenging the person, and goes on. What about you? What did you do, poor fellow, to make you deserve to watch? And um, so Seneca is also bringing up um, Socrates, um, which is like Socrates, which we might think of a person that just wants to know the right thing to do. If you ever read a book called Republic, you will know. Um, but yeah, so right thing to do in a situation, or or towards yourself, and what is right to do to others. He brings him up as a role model, you can call, but just let's call them persons. And other persons are Cato, and you might ask, who is he? He's a also reading um, Stoic texts, and we might think of him as somebody who has lost a war against enemy, um, and so Cato does not want to, you know, give up what he believes to like to live. You could say to you know to live and to do what he wants to do in whatever moment. um, and he goes on saying that um, they let's see here. He says that they shakens out whenever in multitude. Uh, so the multitude we can like view it as um, yeah many people or just people to say it in a simple way. Um, and he says, let's see here. There we go. and he says to a like test, and he says to his friend, um, what if uh, something is making you behave hateful towards them. And Seneca says that you should not imitate those who are bad because there are many, neither should you become hateful to the many because they are unlike you. And then he goes on saying, retreat into yourself then as much as you can. And then he moreover says, spend your time with those who will improve you. Extend a welcome to those you can improve. The effect is reciprocal. For people learn while teaching. So he does have a thinking that if you are able to extend a welcoming hand, as he puts it, or if you are spending time teaching another person, perhaps giving giving advice on how to live a life uh, that is calm, or not too busy, you can say. um, let's see here. Yeah. And Seneca himself gives some afterthoughts, um, or as I would like to call them, thoughts to chew on, uh, to say that that he's giving um, and he's giving uh, sayings from one philosopher, Democritus, which I remember discovered what we nowadays call the atoms idea, that if you that there is a thing smaller, 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 until you come to a place, a place there is the smallest, called the atom. And He says, one person counts as a nation with me. A nation as one person. um, and what it means could be that, um, like, if you are one person, it does not matter. Um, Likewise, if you are, a let's say a group, it doesn't matter. It it means the same. You can say. And here's another from um, Epicurus, another philosopher who I remember, you know, uh, has this view of viewing life as consisting of things like sexual and pleasures such as yeah, but sexual and friendship is another thing that they value very much. And he says that the third is especially good. Epicurus writing to yeah, see here. If you are enough, one is enough. Not even one is also enough. It, like I am imagining him talking to his friend, um, you know, meanwhile enjoying themselves and each other's company, you can say, or friendship. Let's just say friendship. and and what I think it means is that uh, that as long as you have the the friend or at least one person, or at least as you have that person and you are in a conversation, or then it is good. It is good. Like you should do your thing, like be able to do your thing, you can say. And then so these are some thoughts to chew on, you could say.